anticipation of getting ready to do 5 shows a little bit nerve-wracking.
But like I said, I think that if you don't get nervous, then you lose the importance of it. If you don't get nervous, then maybe it's not so important to you. I get nervous all the time. I get nervous like every time before I step out on the stage, even before the show, you know. There's a moment where it kind of clicks out of you and you get a jitter, and then you get out there and everything floats away. It just floats away, because it's why we do this.
Every group of people that work together, and when they approach a game or a performance or whatever, there's a little bit of a ritual to get everybody focused to the task at hand, and you kind of, you know, hold hands, and it's kind of a little bit of a prayer, but it's our own prayer. We do it before every show. Whether I'm there or not, they still maintain that tradition.
I admire your strengths. I understand your weaknesses.
It's really a beautiful moment. And at that point, people can say whatever they want to say. So if you had a little argument with somebody, if you had a little tiff with somebody, you can apologize and you can make things better. It gets people closer together.
Yeah. I have a lot of angst and anger, or I have a lot of love. I have, you know, I just, you know, I really feel these things. So those to be on the stage, that's where it really comes alive, and that's where I can relate to people better than I can just talking one-on-one. But when I'm on stage, I can really show that and relate to people in that way, and you know, show his work the way that, you know, it needs to be seen.
I think that on the stage, I am all the exaggerated versions of myself. You know, I don't necessarily know whether I change. I know that when you're looking out into the blackness, like you don't know what's happening to you, but I am the most dramatic, the most happy, the most sad. I am every experience I've ever had at the height of it.
But it's calming to kind of be aware of the world that is created on stage. And when I get when I get into this world, it's kind of like you notice things around you. Your awareness is very heightened. It's a very heightened awareness. You come to life, or I speaking for myself, I feel like I live on stage.
find that when I have other eyes watching the piece, when I watch it with them, my senses heightens up like crazy, and then I see the piece very clearly. So if I see that everybody's in tune and there's no, you could hear a pin drops in the audience, then I know I did well. You know, if I find them to be restless and uncomfortable, like I'm going, oh, I missed something. So if it fails, I take the responsibility, not anybody else. And that's the fun part, actually. That's the stressful and fun part at the same time, because you go, okay, do I have a good taste? Can I reach people's imagination in that way? Did I connect two things the right way? Can't satisfy everybody with everything. You know, that all has to do with people's life experiences, I find. The more experiences you've experienced in your life, the more you've been exposed to, the more your mind and your imagination is fruitful, and you can understand certain things. The less and the more narrow-minded you are, and the more limited your imagination is, then you will be relating only to certain things. Most people go to work 9 to 5 and go home and watch TV, and then they have the weekend, and most people watch sports and drink beer and whatever. And so what we're trying to do in what we do is really open people's minds and introduce them to things that they don't experience every day. I mean, really, you have to come to the theater to travel to very mysterious places, very, very places in the world, different cultures, different everything.
The performance weeks are they're crazy, they're exhausting. Everyone is so tired and stressed out. There is a ton of stuff to do and you're always going to be behind, but those weeks are the ones that you really realize, like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. Because, like, look at what's happening on stage. Everyone's just sort of like comes together, and it's a reminder.
Tells us, like, this is where I see that life is beautiful. In this section, you guys are telling me life is beautiful.
In the midst of all this dramatic and stressful and struggle that we have in life, there are moments that are worth all the struggles and all of that. And they're magical. They don't come every day, they don't happen every day, but when they happen, life is worth living, life is worth everything. It's not looking full, yeah. Yeah, because it needs to get to like crazy points. Dang, you didn't move. You didn't do the